So how's your day going?
How am I doing today? Well, the insurance company recently took away my car as it was totaled, as a guy did not notice any of the snowdrifts as he decided to turn out onto 17th Street. So I actually spent this morning biking to and from my home. And it's supposed to rain in the afternoon, so it's slated to be even better.
How's my day going? It's going super. Stay up till 3 doing homework. The usual.
My day, well, not very well. I mean, I lost my dog this morning, so had to find little Dobby. He's a Chihuahua. No, not really. We don't know what he is, but I had to find him. I did find him. He was eating a rabbit. He's only 7 pounds.
Oh, okay.
AP Lit in 3 words.
Raunchy, sometimes
Loved.
Challenging.
Argumentative.
Family-like bond.
Challenging.
I think nerdy.
Challenging.
Does that qualify? Because it's actually just one word 3 times, but it's still technically 3 words.
Yeah.
Skip around in a circle, and they get louder and louder, and the fog begins to build, and as the fog builds, you can hear the sound.
I don't know that I choose to be energetic. I don't know that that's a choice that I make. But I think a lot of it just comes from a lot of it comes from the idea that like most of the time I really feel like I get to be here.
Flourish.
Yeah, he was good. The snake kind of eats its tail in that regard, except in this case it's an energy snake, and then it just kind of perpetuates itself, and you get to have as many days that are great as you can, kind of all chained together.
Man center, we're back to the 10. Flourish. There you go. Duncan, Lennox, Malcolm. Woo! Way to go, Malcolm. You are heir to the throne, which means that the next king shall be you.
What is the end game with all of your students?
So the end game is just writing.
When I say research paper, what comes to mind?
procrastinating, maybe.
Hours of work.
Probably eating bagels at the student union, because I like bagels.
Research paper.
Not good.
Every decision that I make with the classroom and the way that the classes are structured are really aimed at at that moment at the university where you guys receive partial instructions or an incomplete assignment, or the professor is asking a great deal of you in a weed out class or something like that.
There is thunder, there is lightning, and in the middle of all of this fog, 3 witches materialize.
What is your favorite AP Lit moment so far?
Favorite AP Lit moment so far? It's not necessarily a specific moment, but often when all of a sudden out of the middle of nowhere you hear this really strange sentence, and you'll just look up and then someone will say, oh, this, and give the reference, and it's like, oh, that makes sense.
Kind of when the Far From Home trailer came out, because we kind of just walked into the classroom and we're just like, Gansey, we need to watch it, like, absolutely need to watch it.
I don't know, I think it was the day that Gansey left the room to go yell at the people in the bathroom.
Hey, what time? Does it matter which day?
Advice for underclassmen looking to take this class?
Underclassmen looking to take this class, I would say just do the readings. I mean, it's honestly easy. The books are interesting. Don't be the person that tries to whisper into my ear about one of the questions on the reading check before class. Come on, dude. It's 20 minutes. You played Call of Duty for 3 hours last night.
I
would say have opinions and stick to them. Don't be afraid to spark controversial conversations because it can be be the devil's advocate, I guess. It can be really interesting.
Take AP Lit, but don't like stress out about it because it's not scary.
It worries me about like that the class isn't going to have that kind of legacy feeling that it has in the past, simply because we haven't had the chance to sort of like have those days to string together, right? That we spent so much time talking about what we're going to do because our plan was interrupted, that our execution of the plan became really difficult, right? Because the decisions you're making aren't within an established structure. Your decisions that you're making, for the most part, are kind of about the structure, and I think that gets passed on to you guys too. But I feel like that once those feelings pass, once you kind of fight through them and kind of put them in context and say, okay, you know, there are things that we can do about this and things that we can't do about this. That like for example, the 10th graders, we had like a day and a half of writing last week, and then I said, if the weather comes and gets us, then we got to finish this essay to keep moving anyway, and they did. For the most part, they absolutely gutted it out, and that kind of like staunch refusal of the people taking the class to say, yeah, fine, I can stay home, but I'm not going to let this thing get away from me. That's the kind of thing that we can kind of like rally around, and I feel like that the work that you guys are putting in the conversations about how far you guys are into your research projects and how you've coped with that is the kind of thing that makes us feel pretty good about it.
And is there anything else you'd like? Wait for that to get done. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
The Gansey is amazing.
I mean, AP Lit is just like a really fun class, and I feel like it's elevated my senior year so much, and it's one of the classes I look forward to the most.
And is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think I'm good.
Who would win in a fight, the Dark Knight or Beowulf?
What's our time setting?
Who would win in a fight, Beowulf or the Dark Knight?
The Dark Knight.
Like, I need some arena.
Arena. How about we'll go with the Penguin's Lair.
Okay, Penguin's Lair. So modern day. So Beowulf has to stumble into the sort of like. For some reason, I'm thinking 1992.
That one's hard. I think Beowulf just really carries through, I would say.
Okay, so if it's 1992, is Beowulf 30 or 80?
I think Beowulf would win.
Wolf is going to handle Batman pretty quickly. Batman might give him a run for his money as long as he can, but eventually Beowulf's going to find a door.
Okay. Is it a TikTok?